Hello, guys, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Connor Kongs.
Yes, and we're here today to talk about a ship from Strange New Worlds, Episode 4, Memento Mori.
Or more appropriately, Your Next Eagle Moss by, because that's what every time we see a ship in this show, it's like, Eagle Moss. Check them out in a year's time.
You can assume this is a Federation ship because I assume it was a Federation colony, and it's a cargo vessel of sorts that the survivors are on, but it's a dangerous radiation transport, I guess, and therefore heavily shielded against transporters, which is the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, if it's that easy, why don't you just have that for your bridge and your armory and...
Yeah. What did you find that odd, and did you like the ship?
Didn't even occur to me that being a plot thing. But if Hull can just do that, then that's... Yeah, so this is also the view we've got now. I did not see the display views, which do us a good view of it. We get a front view, a side-ish front view, and then two alternate side views. The top one being the front, the bottom one being the bottom. I mean, it's okay. That's kind of my general review.
It reminds me of something, that forward section with the antennas coming out, and I can't place it for the life of me.
Is it the Conestoga? Like those side pods of the Conestoga?
It looks familiar to me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So if anybody knows, please comment down below. But it is reminiscent of the Kobayashi Maru a bit with those cargo pods on the bottom. I like that. It's almost like even the Ptolemy class, you could like add more to that as like a train. So I think that was kind of cool. And cylindrical nacelles. The whole time I'm thinking, yeah, Brian Fuller wouldn't have approved of this. But here we are, thankfully. So
it's a rare one in terms of Trek lore, both being sort of TOS, obviously Strange New Worlds TOS, but the fact that you can see the front glowing part in the bottom view, that's a big open window because the ship is so small. It's one deck, it's just that middle bit, two nacelles, a pylon, and the cargo holder. And in the side view you can see the door. So this thing is one deck, very, very small. It's a runabout. Let's be honest, it's a runabout with cargo containers at the bottom. So cargo ship in the sense of it has cargo containers, but it really is just a shuttle with cargo containers. So it's a very unique type of ship that we don't really see, and so therefore it can sort of be just a room with nacelles attached, you know?
Yeah. And I appreciate that you said that there's more people on board than the life support system can handle, because you don't hear that very often. I thought that was a nice little touch.
Well, boy, 100 people crammed into that space. Oof.
I know, right? I mean, you get a sense of scale with the gangway that they extend out to it. It is not big, so... Well, that's the other thing. Those cargo pods, she even said, for dangerous radioactive material. So it's not like you're going to put survivors in the cargo pods necessarily. I mean, you could, but if they did that, it'd be a good line to include that a lot of these people are suffering from radiation poisoning, and that's why sick bays are really overwhelmed.
So I'm wondering if there's like a turbo lift that goes down from the top of the ship at the back into the pod.
Probably just a stairwell, honestly. On the smaller ships, turbo lifts are kind of... no, but I thought it was an interesting enough design, and it's one actually I probably will pick up from Eagle Moss. There's not much to it, but I do like the TOS-ness of it. That being said, the nacelles are very reminiscent of like Kelvinverse or even the Protostar, with those inset Bizarre collectors as opposed to domes.
Yeah, I mean, there is a dome. If you look at the top display, there is still a dome. It's just... Okay.
Yeah, but it's more in line with, non-TOS ships almost, like reimagined TOS ships like Kelvinverse or whatever.
I just see it in that context more as they don't need to collect... Because Bussards are there specifically for a reason. They don't need to collect much, so they're just... Well, we need them technically for the ship to work, but well, we can have them minimally. But I do like nacelles in general. And even there's that like pipe element on the side, which reminds me of some of the NX alternates. Because these could be straight out of NX era of one of the side ships, which is as it should be, because it would not be cutting edge. It would be older would be NX, and it'd still be around. I mean, this ship very easily could be an NX, as in late, like 15 years later NX era ship. I would see this in the fleet tomorrow. And I'd like to, I think those side pods look like Conestoga to me. And then obviously the side pods being the main hull, but I think that kind of gives me that vibe.
Yeah, and those antennas sticking out are very reminiscent of the NX era as well. So, and on the one side display on above Spot Station there, you can see the door, which you pointed out, and yeah, Not a big ship, guys. But it's cool.
Tiny.
It's cool enough. It's cool enough, and it was great to see cylindrical nacelles and such. So, also using that gangway again, I kind of like that. What did he call it? The deep space transport, something. When he first gave that order, I thought they were going to launch like almost like a signal enhancer that would like attach to the hull.
Yeah, me too.
And then the next scene is this. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what that is.
You mean the gangway, sir? Yes, I mean the gangway.
I just want to be fancy about it.
Yes. And I suppose these did exist in TMPN and Enterprise D. I mean, it wasn't this extreme, but I guess it just seems so odd for this sort of ship. We saw in Discovery, it was very, 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 very odd in Discovery the way it's framed. This is a bit more rudimentary feeling. It's not kind of like it looks like a concertina. It's not gonna. The other one kind of like folded in a weird, like very high tech way. This just feels like a simple concertina. Very long though. I guess that's safe. And then the thing blows up and basically disables the ship. Ish. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just thought I'd we talk about it because it is a cool looking little ship. I kind of like it. It very much invokes that early TOS vibe. And even I like what you said about the older ship, more of the NX era, because yeah, it absolutely would be with some of these,
I could see it.
Just it's a waste. It's a garbage ship essentially. It just takes away radioactive waste. So,
and they happen to buy it as part of the colony, and there you go. Yeah, I like these sort of. It has to be this big because it's functionally in this era, but if this would be a runabout in the future. And then, in fact, if a fan film said, I want to put this in NX era or TOS, this would be a very, very appropriate ship to have. But it's not Starfleet, it's Federation. Important distinction there.
Alright, guys, well, comment down below what you thought about this design, and we'll be picking it up from Eagle Moss. If so, we have an Eagle Moss affiliate link down below, so please click that, and you can use discount code Trekyards10 when this becomes available. But if you want to buy something now, click the link anyway and fill your cart, and you can save yourself some money using our code. But comment, let us know what you thought, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss any other first ship looks. Hopefully with Strange New Worlds we'll be getting a lot of new ships to look at, and that's what we like to do, so please join the channel.
And if you want to support us directly, what we do, because we do need that to keep doing all the things we do on a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis, and we're nearing a decade of business. We'll get in there slow and steady, Stuart. Oh goodness. So support us if you can, monthly on Patreon, or join the channel on YouTube, or one time at trekyards@hotmail.com. That is the PayPal, or super chat on the lives, or super thanks on the videos. It's a new button. It's a super chat, but in the videos themselves, they're pre-edited and pre-released. Wow, if you can, please do, and thanks in advance.
That's right. So until next time, he is Commander Cocky.
He's Captain Foley.
Bye, everybody.